1903 hours.
Okay, audio's good?
So I have to do that with there's no public here?
Yeah.
All right, you insist. So I have my vaccination.
You held it up.
So, for some reason, I don't get a,
You want to borrow mine?
so, so let me, I'll just,
That's
let me borrow that for just a minute. Okay, so, any, changes to the agenda for tonight?
None
Okay,
from
so
me.
we'll adopt the agenda. Pardon?
Chief said none from him.
Okay, so we'll adopt the agenda as presented. Minutes of the previous meeting, any changes or questions about the agenda from the previous meeting?
I move we adopt the minutes from our last meeting.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. So, that brings us to, okay, technical malfunction of last meeting. So I'm gonna have to read this. So, due to a technical malfunction, our meeting on July 12th, 2021 was not available for the public to attend remotely. We apologize for that again. And this was not determined until the end of the meeting. Because remote access is required under the governor's proclamation, I move to ratify all decisions made at the July 12th, 2021 meeting as reflected in the July 12th, 2021 meeting minutes.
Second.
Second. Any discussion on it? All in favor? Aye. Okay. Staff vehicle update.
And so you approved the purchase of a new staff vehicle at the end of last year. We put our order in, and about 5 or 6 months later, we found out that GM just canceled it because they stopped production. It was a Chevy 1500 short box. We got an email from the dealer that there was a 2500 long box for $1,000 less that still met all of our needs. So we purchased it on that motion that you passed back there. We just wanted to update you that we are getting one, and it's actually here. So any questions about that?
Not for me?
Nope.
Commissioner?
Sounds good.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. Financial, accounts payable and payroll. Any questions? No? All right, and so then we will move on to transport waiver, which I have not had.
I haven't paid either.
Absolutely.
I was just asking.
I have not seen that.
No.
I pass it around.
Put in my minutes, forgot to pass it on, so I'm back.
Let's take a quick look. Good look, I should say. My computer is not cooperating tonight.
I see.
So.
Is there just one? It's already. And we'll do that for the meeting and then.
Total income, all right, so I see that. Gonna take a look at that. Pretty straightforward.
I'll make a motion to, leave the poll.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Right. So, that brings us to temporary seasonal policy.
You had that proposed policy since last month, and it's really what we need to pass to finish the last part of this temp seasonal program that we're gonna test out. It basically just lays out the law of how they determine if they're medical. And again, like I said last time, with everything that ours are and what we know, they will be getting medical from the beginning. So most of that policy is needed by law, but will not affect us.
So yeah, so it's about as clear as mud if you read through there. But technically, in the end, it follows the law and outlines what we should. Any questions?
Okay, just a note on page 38 that the number should be 518 rather than.
Got that? Yeah, I made a couple minor edits, and I will edit that one for your signature, Jim.
All right. Okay. Not on that one.
Okay.
So I guess I'm blind. Strike. So, okay, that brings us to,
Do we have to have a?
so yeah, we should have a motion on that to change that, approve that with the changes noted.
I'll move we adopt procedure 1518 as amended.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, purchases.
Sorry, you have the information in the packet. I've just been trying to sign our stations, especially station 43 better, but all of them, we'll get to all of them. 43 is a little hard for people to know exactly where to go and exactly where to park. And so we've got our little signs that show how to parking, but that system was kind of designed around a main sign at the front that showed them where to drive into and where to start. And so that's what you see there. It's a large wooden sign that will be able to be used for the foreseeable future. If we, for some reason, move headquarters, that part is just bolted on the back, and so that could change, but the station number and the address would stay there.
And
So-
where's he going?
It would go, if you notice a little dirt spot, it goes in the area between our apparatus approach and the little parking spot by where the support unit shed is.
So like where the old one was?
No,
Behind the old one was in the other side, so this one's more, if you're coming to the school district parking lot, and ours where it merges, that tip.
Gotcha.
before we cut down the tree so you can see it.
So it'll be kind of modeled after the school district. So people kind of turn in there and then they're confused if they should go into the apparatus, and it looks like it's the school district only. So this will kind of point them around, and then our little signs will guide them back to our parking lot.
The diagram on page 52 with what separates the headquarters from the rest of the sign, or does anything?
My packet is slow. Let me get there. So the final design, to make sure that Sam got that in there, was the headquarters is a separate wooden sign that will sit on top of the other wooden sign, and it'll be brackets on the back will hold it together. Yeah, that's what it is. So it doesn't really have that white space in there. It's another wooden sign. It'll sit right on top of the main sign, and the metal brackets will be bolted in with leg bolts in the back that hold it there.
I also didn't see anything in here about cost for installation.
We'll install it ourselves.
I'm sorry?
We'll install it
We're gonna
ourselves.
install it. We will do the install.
We,
Yes, fire department.
Yeah, like
the committee.
Couple, thanks to Digger and concrete.
fire district will.
Yeah, we could.
We've been,
Okay. That wasn't listed, I just wanted to make sure we, everyone knew that, you know, how it was going to get done. So we have funds enough to do that, cement and other things.
Yes.
okay, yeah. So that brings us to,
We need to get a motion on that also.
approve that.
Yeah.
I'm still getting my computer running here. So do I hear a motion to approve that purchase?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve that purchase. Is the highlighted one the one that we're approving, or is that just the recommended one? I've seen that there's three.
One on page 52, is that what you're talking about?
If you looked at the purchase authorization, they picked the one that we'd like to use on there. So Cascade.
Okay, yeah, okay. So I'll make a motion to approve Cascade Sign Graphics.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor? All right, training officer job description. So. computer's finally-
That was not in your, that was on your packet, but I emailed it out to you. And so as we've been moving forward with the change in our administrative structure, we would like to, you approved adding a training officer. Part of that is making sure we have a job description, and like the DCs, instead of having two different job descriptions, we want one general job description. So the DCs can assign projects and tasks as needed to each one. We kind of have a general idea. One will be more strategic planning and one will be more task oriented of actual training. But this job description covers both of those and allows us to pick the best people at the time and divide up projects and tasks as needed and we see fit for the skills of the person and the needs of the district.
Okay. Right?
The copy that you sent us of this job description, the places that are redlined, those are additions or somewhat corrected from past.
So in the copy that you have, if it's red line strike through, that's old verbiage that was been taken out, and red font that's not a strike through is new verbiage. And so you have the clean copy I sent you, and the red line version.
Okay. Questions, concerns, changes?
Did you say that this would be something we would be using most of the time? This job description for our training officer? Or a person in that position, or?
Yeah, so every position has to have a job description. That's what their performance evaluations and their selection and everything's based off of. And so we have one for every position. So when you say use it, we just need one to have for this position. And we're going out to ask for applications for 2 new positions. So we want those people to know what their new job description will be when they apply for it, instead of thinking it might be the old one or not knowing.
Sure. Okay. I'll move that we accept this job description for a printing officer as it's corrected, I guess, or is with a clean copy. Put it that way.
And I'll second that motion.
Okay, further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Right, so. Please. Can I see your?
I think we're gonna.
Staff comments.
Okay, training officer description. So, comments, we're done with comments.
Yeah, comments, yeah.
District staff and work group. Comments? Fire chief.
Yeah, I was going to introduce the new hires, but we are increasing our COVID precautions as suggested by the county and state health department, so they are not here. So we'll introduce them to you when it's appropriate again. I will introduce the new deputy chief, Jason Hodkinson, who I think you all know.
Yes.
I think I've met him.
Yeah.
Hello, chief.
Once or twice.
Congratulations.
And in the next couple of months, again, when it's appropriate, we'll do a badge pinning for him too. But again, we decided to wait on that. I'd also like to thank BC Bill Shearer, who's there, for his time as the interim DC. And I'd also like to thank the entire organization for the last year of doing the interim DC and all the effort and work and patience that everybody has shown through that process. I think it made the organization stronger, the individuals that went through it, and the organization as a whole. And those are all of my comments. Thank you.
Okay. Commissioner comments?
I had a couple comments. A couple weeks ago, we received the mailing that was sent out to everyone in the district. I think the next time we do that, we need to make the font bigger. Okay. It seemed to me that it was pretty small in certain parts, and I know when you get older, you don't see as well, you know. And I think we have to be concerned about our older folks that are out there, so they don't have to get out a magnifying glass for some of the things. But I thought the content was good.
I did too.
Yeah, the content was good. I just thought the font size needed to be bigger. Maybe if we do this in the future, you know, if we're gonna do it the same size, just take out some of the things and just get them all bigger. But many of the things are still on the website, so which is good too. People wanted to go there and follow up with that. I thought that was good as well. And then another comment, I was wondering if there's any news on the RFA, where we're at on that.
Chief DeMarco, myself, Chief Llewellyn, and Chief Hodkinson have a meeting at the end of August to talk about what the next steps would look like and a timeline to bring back to the two boards.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so it's still on the table, just on hold for summer, basically.
I did want to just make a comment that last Thursday, I was coming back on Oregon 18 out of Lincoln City, and we had to turn off at Otis and go north because there was a fire just broke out in the corridor there. And when we got over to Nestucket, it was interesting to see. That's a volunteer fire department, I think. And the guys were running around, getting their rigs together, and they were heading on out. And, you know, as we were driving by there, we could see them go to help do that. And, you know, that's something I thought, that's the kind of thing that we're gonna be geared up to when we get our, you know, all of our stuff together. We could go right now, but they had a big, probably 500, 750 gallon tanker, you know, with them. So, that just showed me that, you know, all over the place, we have good people and, they're being prepared and to help out wherever they need to be. And I think that's important for all of us to know that.
Yes. So I can get on my soapbox about all the good people we have in this country, but, so there you go.
Okay. Those are my comments anyway, so.
Thank you.
You're not-
Okay, so then that brings us down to executive session. So we're going to go into executive session. We'll close this meeting for temporarily for to executive session, not to exceed, what, 20 minutes?
I'd start with 20 minutes, yes.
Okay. No action, or is there action?
I don't think there should be.
Right, so no action expected. So we will adjourn at 20:26 to resume no later than 36 or no, 56. 46. Unless further. Thank you. session.
When?
Are we live? Yep. We will resume our executive session at 19:47 hours. And no action was taken as a result of our executive session. And so we will include this meeting of our regular commission meeting at 19:47 hours. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
And thank you for keeping